As a fly ball hit out to left field, Woodling getting under it. And the Yankees are champions. And look at Barrow, piggyback riding Bob Kazawa. The Yankees for the 4th consecutive time. And boy, they're pounding that Kazawa for a tremendous relief job. Look at him go.
He did it. Sandy Koufax gets his 10th strikeout, his 2nd consecutive shutout of the Twins. On Monday on a 4-hitter, today on a 3-hitter. Every pitcher, of course, likes to finish a game with a strikeout. This was, of course, not a game. This was the 7th game of the World Series.
McCarver pops up. Here's Freehan. Detroit's the new world champion. And look at Freehan picking up Lolich. And there is a scene that has been repeated many times in World Series history. It's a happy bunch of Tigers. They have beaten the Cardinals 4-1, and they have replaced them as the champions of baseball.
Here is the Commissioner of Baseball, William Eckert, and he has a special presentation to Manager Mayo Smith, Owner-President John Fetzer, General Manager Jim Campbell. Mr. Commissioner, it's yours.
I'm just delighted to be here. Mayo, congratulations on one of the greatest comeback victories in the history of the series. I want to congratulate you, John Fetzer, the players, Jim Campbell, all the Detroit Tiger organization for this great series triumph. You certainly won it from a great Cardinal team, and in recognition of this great achievement, I want to present you a beautiful World Series trophy here today.
Well, thank you, Commissioner.
Thank God.
Hey,
Here it is.
well, Commissioner, thank you very much. On behalf of the players, Mr. Fetzer and Jim Campbell and all the Detroit organization, and this is a very, very happy day for all of us. Thank you very much.
And on the Tiger team, Al Kaline. It took him 16 years to get in the World Series, and I know it's been a terrific thrill for you, Al.
Oh, it really has, Ernie. Our club came back again and won 3 games in a row, and the St. Louis Ball Club is a great ball club, and Gibson's probably the greatest pitcher I ever faced. But this has been the secret of our ball club all year long. We came back, and we got a great job out of Mickey Loy. It's fantastic.
The 2-1 pitch. There's a fly ball hit out to left. Waiting is Jones. The Mets are the world champions. Gary Koosman being mobbed. Look at this scene. Ballpark apart when the Mets clinched their division pennant against the Cardinals. Here's the Met locker room. The Mets had 5 runs, 7 hits, no errors. The Orioles 3 runs, 5 hits, 2 errors. Sport Magazine has declared Don Clendenon as the outstanding player of the series. And he wins himself a new dog. And it was a come-from-behind victory for the Mets today. They were trailing 3-0.
Lindsay, this is my most proud moment as commissioner. This is my opportunity to present to Mrs. Payson and to Gil Hodges, who are the 2 most responsible people for this team of destiny, for its accomplishment as world champion. I cannot tell you how proud I am of you, Mrs. Payson, Gil, of you, of your ball players. Every one of them made a contribution to this, every last one of them. And they can be proud of this because in beating the Baltimore Orioles, they beat the best darn ball club around they could beat. And I'm very proud of them. This then goes to the Mets. Well, first of all, I would just thank the commissioner for this beautiful trophy, and certainly thank my immediate boss, Mr. John Murphy, and just all the New York Mets, Mrs. Payson, Mr. Grant, and all the directors, and certainly all the wonderful players that we had this year. They've done such an outstanding job, and we must not forget all the beautiful fans that we had in Shea Stadium all year long. It's just been a great year, and thank God it's over now.
Robinson, fitting, he makes the final out. Rick Robinson throws him out. Baltimore is the world champ.
On behalf of all baseball, I want to present this championship award to you, for you and for all the Orioles. We knew you were a great baseball team. We knew it last year. You've proven yourself real world champions. We're all proud of you. Your trophy.
Thank you very much, Commissioner. It's a tribute to all the ball players and all the things they've done the last 2 years. And we wanted it so bad last year. I'm just glad we got it this year.
Brooks Robinson, and Brooks, everyone tells me that you're going to be the player of the 1970 World Series. Any comments?
No, I'm just glad it's over. It was a great series, and things just really broke great for me. And I tell you, it took 25 of us, and this group worked together and played together and all year, and it's great to be number one.
Brooks, you've been with this organization a long time. Are there any differences, any changes that have come along in developing of the ball club that you think have perhaps highlighted the success they enjoyed this afternoon?
Well, I tell you, getting Frank Robinson in '66 really put us over the hump. We were a good ball club. That made us the best around for a while, and I just hope we can, I'm going to enjoy it for a whole year, and in spring training we start all over again even.
Well,
There's a drive up the middle. Hernandez in back of the bag. He's got him, Jackie Hernandez. Look at Glass. Glass has pitched the Pirates to the World Championship. The Pirates, 2 games down, have come back and become the 15 of World Series history to win the championship after losing the first 2. And Jackie Hernandez, supposedly a weak member of the cast, an erratic shortstop, played brilliantly in this series. Here's the Pirates locker room, and Pittsburgh has won its 4th World Championship. 1909, 1925, 1960, and again today.
This is the emblematic of the World Championship in 1971, and I think your team has earned it as a championship squad that came from behind to win like champions and beat the Baltimore Orioles, who had been the reigning champions. And I congratulate you and your players and Steve Blass and your whole club.
Thank you, Commissioner. I don't believe there's been a better played series since I've been around anyway. I'm deeply grateful.
Andy Murtaugh, let me step in here for just a moment. 1960, you performed the impossible, and you did it again. Congratulations here in 1971.
Thank you, Bob.
And here with me right now, the greatest right fielder in the game of baseball, Roberto Clemente. Bobby, congratulations on a great World Series.
Thank you, Bob. And before I say anything in English, I would like to say something for my mother and father in Spanish. En el día más grande de mi vida, para los nenes, la bendición mía y que mis padres me echen mi bendición en Puerto Rico. Mr. and Mrs. Clemente, we love them too.
Yes, we understood you. Now here.
There's a high fly ball. It should be all over. Geronimo's under it. And Cincinnati has won the World Championship, beating the Boston Red Sox 4-3. The Reds win it in Fenway Park. Some of the veterans on this team have been very frustrated. They wanted this one badly. After winning 108 times this year, setting all kinds of records, it would have been a deep disappointment for them not to win. But they ran up against a ball club that extended them right down to the final inning of Game 7. This was the Reds' 115th victory tonight. Here's the Cincinnati locker room, and the crowd is giving applause not only for the Reds as world champs, but applause for both clubs the way they played in this World Series. One of the best World Series of modern times for the baseball fans of America. There's Pete Rose, Joe Morgan, Concepcion, and the Red fans should be proud of this ball club. After the Red Sox dramatically won it last night, the Reds playing on the road could have blown it tonight, but they didn't. They got behind early, 3-0. They hung in there, and they beat the Red Sox 4-3.
Right on, this is the biggest one I've ever played in, Marty. We've come from behind. It looked like we're dead, but we never die. This is an unbelievable ball club, and I'm just so happy, man. I can't tell you how much. And Pete Rose is unbelievable. He got all the clutch hits every time we needed one, and it's unbelievable. I'm just fortunate that I was able to flip one in there, but he made a pretty good pitch on me, to be honest with you. It was down and away, and I just tried to stay with it and foul it off, and I got a good enough piece to get it into center field.
Joe, congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Marty and Joe, we understand that Pete Rose, the man standing to my left, was named the most valuable player of the 1975 World Series, and Pete, our congratulations to you.
It was strictly a team performance tonight. Most teams would have quit when they got us out when we had first and third, no outs, Tony. They struck Geronimo out, and Redmond hit to a double play, but most teams would have quit. We were still down by 3 runs, and Perez gave us a line with that 2-run shot. And you could tell I'm hoarse from yelling the whole game, and I just was happy to get that base hit to tie the ball game. And I wish they'd have walked me, because Joe's a great guy in the clutch, and he got the clutch hit in the 9th inning tonight, not going to run for us. Pete,
This could be it, left field. George Foster, Geronimo Foster makes the catch. That's it. The Cincinnati Reds win the World Series in 4 straight. It was a sweep. The final score, Cincinnati 7, the New York Yankees 2.
Congratulations, 2nd consecutive World Championship. It's always more difficult to repeat, Joe.
Right, the second time around is always the toughest, and I tell you what, I'm very pleased. I'm very happy for all the guys, because they're a great bunch of ball players, and they put it all together there toward the end of the season and went right through the playoffs and right on into the World Series. And they're great. It's just great to be on a team like this.
Tony, I'm very proud on behalf of professional baseball to present to Gus and to Bob and to Sparky and to this great championship team of Reds. The first team to win 2 consecutive World Championships in the National League since 1921-22. A truly great team, beautiful trophy, emblematic of this team and what you've achieved.
Tony, thank you. But the proudest I think I am of this club is they showed that you can have class and pride and still be world champions. You don't have to be madmen and the different kind. This club here is the greatest club that's come down the pike for one reason. They got more class than any other baseball team has ever had.
There's one.
Nick Davalillo at first base. 1 out is all they need. Any fly ball, anything. That's all they need. That's do it. That's going to do it. Perez gets it. The Yankees win their 21st World Series.
We've traced them season long for you. The ups and downs, emotional and on the playing field. The way they came from behind to beat the Red Sox and the Birds. The way they came from behind to beat the Royals. And now this against this Yankee team, which proved good enough to win it in the 6th inning.
I've got Billy Martin right here.
Martin. The champagne flows.
He's a happy man right there after all the controversy. Look at him.
Reggie Jackson. Hey, Reggie, come on over and talk to me, please. We're going to get, Hey, Reggie, a heck of a game. 5 home runs in a 6-game series, a new record for 6 games, 3 home runs in 1 ball game, and that sort of ties a guy, Babe Ruth, who did it twice.
Well, Bill, it's a great feeling. A lot of people talk about, great players or great feelings, and I think the word that's superstar is overused a lot. And you played in the era where the word really originated. Guys like DiMaggio and Mays and Aaron and Clemente, and I can now say that I had one day that was like those guys.
To you, to Gabe, to Billy, and to all the members of this great Yankee team who have earned this championship so much. I am really proud to present it to you, and I pick it up and hand it to you, except it's too heavy. I'm really proud of you. I'm proud of your whole club and what you've accomplished this year. You're a real champion.
Thanks, Commissioner. I'm just happy it's back where it belongs, in New York.
The whole season may be wrapped up in this pitch. Popped up. Munson, this could be it. He's got room. He's waiting. The Yankee bench on the field. Yankees are the champions. Ron Cey pops out. There's the Dodger bench.
For the world champion New York Yankees, 7 runs, 11 hits.
And the Yankees head for the clubhouse. The champions.
Well, that's a sign of jubilation, and the Yankees are very, very happy. Dodger fans are streaming on the field, looking for souvenirs, trying to steal a player's hat. Reggie Jackson going through the crowd. Many times in that situation, you wonder about your personal safety. But it's a happy feeling when you get to the clubhouse.
Okay, Tony, I do. This is the 75th birthday party of the World Series. And it's a great honor for me on behalf of professional baseball to present to this great skipper here, to George and Al Rosen, a trophy which I happen to have right here.
All right.
Emblematic of the championship you have so
Bob, your reaction, Bob.
I didn't hear you.
Your reaction to this.
Well, it hasn't set in yet, Tony. It's just been a hell of a year. The first half wasn't too good. The second half was wonderful. Never in my wildest dreams did I ever think this would happen to me. It fills out a wonderful career. You know, I've been through every phase of it now, and I don't know what can happen to top it.
The two guys here, well, they've had some problems between themselves at time, but they are, wait a second, they are great admirers and respective of each other. Thurman Munson and Reggie Jackson. And Thurman, 2 consecutive years world's champions. Is it always tougher the second time?
Well, the only thing that I want to know, and I want to find out next year, if we get in this series, I want to know if we're going to be underdogs again. Underdog? This year, yeah. You know, we won 3 games in New York. We were under game when the series started. We came back here and we were underdog.
That's right. And it was
kind of like your
embarrassing.
favorite one.
Thurman came to the ballpark when the series started one day and he said, you know, I wouldn't mind going home and letting the not letting the Dodgers win, but it just was embarrassing to us that we were the world champions and we're underdog. You know, oh, why do we have to be underdog? We're good too, you know.
You betcha.
Edge. Kelly hits it in the air to center field. Moreno going toward right center, makes the catch. Pittsburgh wins it.
And so this team, with its remarkable comeback capacity throughout the entire regular season, proved itself all over again, beating the Reds in the National League Championship Playoff Series, and then coming from a 3-1 deficit, and there is Willie Stargell.
MVP.
That's right, just named the most valuable player. It's as it should be. He's the spirit, the soul of the club. He's become one of the most important figures in the entire Steel City community, and there is the other, the man, the Reed, who looks like a Stanford College philosophy professor, university I should have said, and the fans from Pittsburgh are out there jumping, and indeed, the Bucks have gone all the way.
Now here's Willie Stargell right here. Willie? Will, congratulations. A great series. You're the most valuable player.
Commissioner, thank you, Don. The only thing I can do is thank the Almighty for allowing me to play as long as I have and enjoy the things that I've done. I have to say this because I really mean it. I get on my knees and give thanks. And we have an awful lot of fine friends and relatives. They've been behind us all year, and we've overcome a lot of things. We never gave up. We refused to be denied. I'm just so proud of each and every one of our individuals and to the Pirate organization.
I'm just wondering, you're taking young pills. What are those?
No, I'm just still excited. And these guys keep me going. They won't let me. But I'm taking tomorrow off, whether Chuck likes it or not.
You can handle a lot of stars now, right?
Good luck. You get one of your own. Yeah. That's right.
I am delighted to be able to present this trophy representing the World Championship to Willie Carpenter, the skipper here, Dallas Green, to Paul Owen, 3 men who have done a fantastic job to bring this championship to Philadelphia. All baseball is proud of you fellas. Your trophy.
Willie, a couple of words on how agonizing the wait for this moment?
Well, Brian, I just hope that this town doesn't have, this franchise has been in existence maybe 96 years, I think I saw in the paper, and I hope to hell they don't have to wait 96 years for another world championship.
Welch continues to throw in the Los Angeles bullpen. Watson hits it high in the air. For the center fielder, Ken Landreau, this should do it. The Dodgers are the 1981 champions of baseball.
And so there is not the usual noise making. It became apparent midway in the game, almost with the departure of Tommy John, that the Dodgers would take command. Now the Dodgers leave the field. Keith, I think it's time for Jim, you and me, jointly to congratulate them on their acquisition of the World Series championship. Lasorda kissing Peter O'Malley too, for that matter, but Mrs. O'Malley and everybody else.
To Peter O'Malley, to Al Campanis, and to this great skipper, Tommy Lasorda, I am very proud to present you the trophy, standing right here.
Hey, tastes great! Tastes great!
I'm proud to present you this trophy, emblematic of the 1981 World Championship. And boy, you guys deserved it. You worked all the way to get it. Tremendous comeback win.
Thank you,
it's
Commissioner.
your
Thank you very much.
Gussie, to you, Whitey, to you, Darrell, to you and all your teammates, Joe, to you as general manager, the trophy that says you're champions of the world, and you deserve it.
Thank you, boy. Thank you very much, my friend. That's marvelous.
Whitey? Well, I just don't know what to say. It's just hit me kind of quick here, and we're very happy about it, and just so we could bring a world championship to St. Louis, and for the greatest guy in the world, Mr. Bush. You got
Ed, as chairman of the board, I have a very special sense of nostalgia in presenting to you and to your skipper, Joe Aldabelli, your executive vice president, Hank Peters, the World Series most valuable player, Rick Dempsey, and all of you champions, the World Championship trophy, you've earned it.
Thank you very much, Bowie.
Renicky off the bag at first. The pitch, he swings, and there's a fly ball to left. Here comes Herndon. He's there. He's got it. The Tigers are the champions of 1984. They race on the field of Bob Hernandez. The Tigers have won the World Series. They are the champions of the world in 1984. The police are trying to contain the crowd here now. They're going to have a tough time doing it. The Tigers are trying to head for safety of their dugout. The police have circled the field, but a lot of the exuberant Tiger fans are on the field, and it will take some doing to get them back into the stands. The Tigers are the world champions of 1984. Kurt Gibson with 2 home runs, one with a man on, the other one with 2 on. Great relief pitching by Lopez and Hernandez. Great all-around team play, and the Tigers are the champions. There are a lot of
to Motley for the Tigers. Hauser, congratulations to you.
Thank you, Reggie. It was been a long haul, but it was well worth it. I'm not surprised that we did it. I'm surprised how we did it. A blowout ball game.
Peter Ueberroth has a trophy to present, the World Championship trophy to the Kansas City Royals.
Get a hold of that, bud.
These are courageous team, Reggie. Courageous folks.
We got it.
Congratulations, you guys.
How about it? I got it. Yeah, how about that? Huh?
Ladies and gentlemen, the 1986 World Champion, New York Knicks. Ladies and gentlemen, the World Series MVP, Ray Knight.
Commissioner Ueberroth, the manager of the ball club, Davey Johnson, the general manager, Frank Cashin, and for the presentation of the trophy, Commissioner Ueberroth.
Very quickly, pleased to tell you that there's a wire from the President of the United States congratulating the Mets. He's watched all the games. He's very happy to congratulate you, and he's invited the entire team, everyone from the organization, to the White House.
Well, that's very nice, and we certainly will go, and we appreciate that.
Let me tell you, it's very special for baseball, and I'd like to present you right now and this great big guy, if I can, his trophy.
Where's Freddie Wilpont? Fred Wilpont was going to be...
Looking for Fred Wilpont, one of the owners of the ball club.
Davey, you take it. You're stronger than me.
Maybe it's a heavy one. Great.
I think I can hold it.
7 games, you did it all the way. Congratulations.
It doesn't get any better than this, Peter.
No,
this is what it's all about.
You're super.
On Saturday night, after you made the second out and you're down by 2 runs in the bottom of the 10th, you went into Davey Johnson's office, and tell us what happened then.
Well, I went into Davey's office. I figured it was the last at bat of my season and our season. And I grabbed a Budweiser. Augie Bush will love that. And drank a Bud and sat in Davey's director's chair. And we got 2 hits. And the third hit, I got a run in, and all of a sudden the tying runs on base. I ran in my locker and got my glove. And then I said, I was going halfway out the door going to the field, and I said, no, that chair's got hits in it. And I stayed right there and that was a remarkable comeback.
Congratulations for being part of a world champion.
I promised my 3 daughters I would say hello, Jessie, Melissa, and Mary Elise, and my sister-in-law, Mary Horn. They're behind us all the way, and I love them. I'll see them in a week.
And meanwhile, down on the mound with Kevin Elster on his feet and other members of the Mets, it has evidently been a ritual. When the Mets clinched the division, clinched the pennant, why, they sat on the mound, several of them, and tonight there are those who remembered Rick Aguilera, and then, of course, we can see Howard Johnson, and Kevin Elster is there, and there is Ron Darling. And they walked out with large bottles of champagne, and of course it's not for drinking. I think they spill much more than they ever thought of drinking. And now the crowd salutes them as they can say, truly, we are number one.
To Gaetti, for the first time ever, the Minnesota Twins are the world champions.
Mr. Commissioner, will you present the World Series trophy to Mr. Pohlad? Carl, and to the entire Twins organization, this is a very special thing. They told me a few years ago that they shouldn't have had baseball in Minnesota, and you've made it very real. It's a class organization. It was a great win. Congratulations to you, Colonel.
Right.
That thing's pretty heavy.
Thank you, Peter.
Tom Kelly, what do you think of the owner here? What do you think of your trophy?
Well, I'm very happy that Mr. Pohlad gave me an opportunity to manage these fine bunch of young men, and I'm very proud of the guys, the way they played. You know, the outstanding effort against the Tigers, very good ball club, and to beat the Cardinals, just an outstanding class organization. We have to feel very proud.
The thing I want to ask you, Tom, what did you say to Frank Viola in the middle of the 8th inning?
Well, I didn't want to take him out, but the way we've been going all season long, we didn't divert. In the 9th inning, Mr. Jeff Reardon gets the baseball, and that's the way we did it all year. Reardon's my man in the 9th. He gets the ball. That's all there is to it.
Got him. They've done it. Like the 1969 Mets, it's the impossible dream revisited.
A fastball, 9 strikeouts for Hershiser. He gives up a total of 4 hits, and look at the mob. It looked like he was going to be replaced, but he hung in there. Bulldog is quite a name.
And meanwhile, Jose Canseco quietly goes back to the dressing room. The biggest single gun for the Oakland Athletics, thoroughly muffled in the series. And Mr. Orel Hershiser Sr. can finally relax for a moment. The A's, a great hitting ball club, hit 177 in the series and scored a total of 11 runs in 5 games.
Never would have believed it unless you saw it. You'd have to attribute it to pretty good pitching. Very good pitching.
And especially by the leader on the staff, the master of the house, Orel Hershiser, who has had really the most remarkable length of success of any pitcher I have ever seen.
And I'd like to, if I can, to Peter O'Malley, you deserve this. Fred Claire.
Thank you, Commissioner. Tommy and Fred and I accept this, Commissioner, on behalf of the great team we have in the front office and on the field. We're very happy and we're very thankful. Thank you.
All right, Tommy, now to you. You don't need a question. Just make your statement.
Well, I want to say, to reiterate what Peter and Fred said, you know, for 2 years we suffered a great deal. And now the Dodgers are back on top. We are the world champs of baseball. And I'll tell you something, it is a great, great ball club. They never quit believing in themselves. They have to be an influence on everybody in the world because it shows you what someone can do when they really want something bad enough. Nobody believed that this team could finish first in the division. Nobody believed that we could beat the Mets. Nobody believed that we can beat the Athletics who won 104 games. We did it. A great ball club.
A's trying to sweep, but the Giants have certainly not made life easy for them tonight. That's a ground ball to the right side, steered by Phillips, flips to Eckersley. Yes, he's there in time, and the A's are the world champions.
Commissioner Fay Vincent will make the award of the championship trophy. Commissioner.
Walter, it's my great privilege to present this trophy to you. It's been a remarkable World Series in many respects. Your team is truly remarkable. And finally, let me salute what you've done for this franchise, this wonderful city of Oakland. You, your son Wally, Sandy, and of course, finally, Tony. Great treat. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Fay.
Up into short right, foul ball. Bensinger wants it. Cincinnati, the champions of baseball for 1990 with an improbable sweep over Oakland. Bensinger settled under that foul ball to end the baseball season of 1990. And the Reds able to celebrate. Not many in this ballpark, of course, on hand to cheer for the Reds, but they'll be royally greeted back home. Look at that picture. Minnesota bench hoping to get this winning run across here in the 10th. It's carried by Dan Gladden the third. Base hit loaded, 1 out. Infielders are sort of halfway at second and short. Pena in a jam. The Twins are going to win the World Series. The Twins have won it. It's a base hit. It's a 1-0 10-inning victory.
Atlanta Braves to take home the trophy for the Minnesota Twins. He'll be doing hugs and kisses, folks, all night long, and deservedly so.
All right, Pat, my pleasure to introduce the Commissioner of Baseball, Fay Vincent, and he has once a year he gets this rare privilege. I'm not too sure this year there shouldn't have been two of them. What a memorable World Series. Commissioner, present the winner's trophy.
Well, I'm delighted, and to these gentlemen from Minnesota, Mr. Kelly, Mr. Pohlad, Mr. Bell, Mr. MacPhail, let me present this trophy, which is, of course, symbolic of your having achieved the World Series victory. It was, I think, probably the greatest World Series ever. I was proud to be here, and I think all the fans who were here appreciate the effort you made and the great effort of the Braves. Two superb teams. Finally, let me say the President wants to congratulate the President of the United States and invite you to the White House for a ceremony where he can congratulate you personally. We're delighted for you. Carl, you have my personal good wishes.
All right, thank you, Mr. Commissioner. Carl Pohlad, the owner of the Twins, and I'd like
Timlin. Nixon bunts. Timlin on it, throws to first. For the first time in history, the World Championship banner will fly north of the border. The Toronto Blue Jays are baseball's best in 1992. Dave Winfield, the game-winning hit. Jimmy Key, the winning pitcher. Mike Temlin, the save. How unlikely was that final pitching scenario? All four wins in this World Series for Toronto by 1 run.
for the last time, Dr. Bobby Brown will present a World Championship trophy with 26 flags. Next year it'll have 28, and he'll present it to Paul Beeston, the president of the Toronto Blue Jays, and a happy Cito Gaston. Dr. Brown.
Paul, congratulations on behalf of Major League Baseball. I want to present you, Cito, this World Championship trophy. It's a great win for you, for Cito, and for the Blue Jays. And I can only say this, the Braves are one tough team. Congratulations to both of you.
Can you give us a word right now?
Well, maybe a couple of words. It's been a long, hard battle, but as I said, opening day,
These guys have been focused since opening day, and if I could open my shirt, you would see it says 3 for 3. And we did it.
Thank you. 3 for 3 in '92. The Blue Jays won the East. They won the American League Championship Series, and they won the World Championship. We'll be back in the Toronto Blue Jays locker room.
I'm telling you, the oldest man in the room, the guy who took the longest to get a World Series championship, but there's not a person that's happier than me.
While we were standing here during commercial, you said over and over, you cannot imagine the feeling this is.
It's tremendous. I worked a long time, worked very hard this year. Even told him at the first year I'm going to bring my glove. I was able to play the outfield. I didn't do a whole lot, but I did something at the right time. I'm playing with the best team that I've ever played for in this game.
And a great
Now the 2-2. Well hit down the left field line. Way back and gone! Joe Carter with a 3-run homer. The winners and still world champions, the Toronto Blue Jays. A world champion for the first time, and Cito Gaston said, in particular, he wanted the Blue Jays to repeat to win it for Paul Molitor.
Dr. Bobby Brown will give the trophy to the chairman of the board of the Toronto Blue Jays, Mr. Peter Witherington.
Peter, congratulations to you and the Blue Jays organization. This trophy is being presented as the world's champions. You're victors on the field, and that's where it all counts. Congratulations to you, Paul Beeston, Pat Gillick, and Cito Gaston and the entire Blue Jays team. It was a great, great performance and a tremendous finish.
Thank you very much, Dr. Brown. And Joe Carter joins us. Joe? Looked like a fastball down and in, right?
No, in fact, it was a slider. Oh, what? That was down and in. It was the same pitch I just swung and missed. But at that time, I said I'm going to choke up because the only pitch he's throwing for a strike is a slider. I just kind of just stayed down on it, tried to make contact. I thank God. I mean, this is a storybook ending. I told my wife before I went to the ballpark, I said something special is going to happen today. What can you say? This is awesome. This is unbelievable.
You caught the ball last year in Atlanta, the last out from Mike Temlin. What is the difference between this year, obviously, other than your involvement in the game-winning hit?
You may think it's ironic, but after I told everybody I was going to catch the last out. When we didn't score there in the 8th inning, I said, now I'm going to drive in the winning run to myself, and I'm thinking that. And now I said, I've got to be a part of that. You look at the films from last year, I got to make the last out, and now this year, it's the game-winning home run. I mean, this is. I can't explain it.
Well, Joe.
Is 0 for 3. Left center field. Grissom on the run. The team of the 90s has its world championship. Look at Nagy, still filling out the pitching chart. But now there is no tomorrow.
We have Acting Commissioner Bud Selig here, National League President Leonard Coleman to present the World Series trophy.
Ted, on behalf of all the major league clubs, I want to present to you the Commissioner's Trophy. You guys have built a great organization. On behalf of everybody, to you and to Bill Bartholomew, Stan Kasten, Bobby Cox, John Churros, everybody, congratulations, guys. You have a magnificent season, and you deserve it.
Okay, thank you a lot. Thank you a lot, Mr. Commissioner. I just want to say we love baseball a lot, and we worked hard, and we deserve it. And we're going to enjoy it.
Another easy win for you, pal.
No, never easy, but this is really for Ted and the fans. It's, you know, they stuck by this organization, this franchise a long time, and we've been close before, but we finally got it. And it's tribute to ownership, really.
Bobby, what was the difference this time? You came so close before, and all of the teams that you had very talented.
We could have won them all. We could have lost tonight. Sometimes it's just a flip of the coin. We could have scored 4 or 5 runs tonight more, and we didn't. You know, we didn't have much luck. But Dave Justice got the big hit. Tommy, you know, was just outstanding.
Okay. Well
Another chance to the left side. Hayes waits. The Yankees are champions of baseball.
On behalf of all of Major League Baseball, sincere congratulations, Joe and Bob, and to George Steinbrenner and everybody involved. It's a great World Series. Joe, you've waited a long time for this. You deserve this, my friend. Congratulations.
Thanks, Bud. Oh, Bobby, is that nice and heavy or what?
Oh, yes. We can share it alone, Joe.
Joe, the World Series is back in New York City. Was it worth the wait?
I tell you, Chip, I think when you get as old as I am, you learn to appreciate it. It may only come down one time, but I'll tell you, this is the best feeling between yesterday and today, the best feelings I've ever had in my life.
Chip, I'm down here with Wade Boggs and his wife Debbie and his daughter Megan and his father Wade in '86. 10 years ago, it just barely slipped away, not this time. I tell you, when that pop-up went up and Charlie was under it, I said, please, Lord, just let it fall in his glove. I've seen strange things happen, but nothing expresses the feeling I have right now. There's a lot of guys, including myself, that gave this team up. No one thought that you guys could do it. You guys were the only ones that believed in yourselves. We believed in ourselves all year, and we've been up against some hard times, and we could have packed it in when we went to Atlanta, and this team's just never given up.
The 0-1 pitch. A liner off Nagy's glove into center field. The Florida Marlins have won the World Series. Has been named MVP of the World Series with his victories over Oral Hershiser in games 1 and 5. And to make it all the more special, Cuban authorities issued the necessary travel papers for his mother, Miriam Carreras, only yesterday. She flew in today, got here about 2 hours before game time. She was at the game for a few innings. We're told she left for security reasons.
An incredible scene, and after 3 decades of being in baseball, could you have ever imagined this, Jim?
No, not really. I guess every little boy imagines this might happen to him one time, but believe me, I thought it was a total fantasy for me.
What was going through your mind when the Indians were 2 outs away from winning this ball game?
Well, I was a little concerned like everybody else, but we haven't given up all year, and tonight wasn't the night to give up. I told them before the game, when we walked in the clubhouse tonight, we were going to be the world champions.
There was some speculation that you might actually consider retiring after reaching the pinnacle of your career, particularly if Wayne Huizenga decides to sell the team. Would you consider that?
My wife doesn't like me that much. I can't retire.
All right, well, how about accepting the trophy? How about that? Let's turn around here and find now team owner Wayne Huizenga stepping into the picture. And Bud Selig is here for the presentation as MVP Livan Hernandez. Why don't you step over to this side as we're going to present the World Series trophy to team owner Wayne Huizenga. Bud?
On behalf of everybody in Major League Baseball, to you, Don Smiley, Dave Dombrowski, Jimmy Leland, and everybody, congratulations. You are richly deserved the world champion.
The starter of tonight's game is Sweeney, grounds to third. Brocious fittingly with a throw, and the Yankees have done it again. Number 24. They are the world champions of baseball in 1998. Joe Torre with another world championship in his third season at the controls of the New York Yankees. He won it in '96, He wins it here in 1998.
He won the last 4 from the Atlanta Braves and all 4 from the San Diego Padres. 8 straight.
It has been an emotional ride for these Yankees. Never tested during the regular season. Tested a bit in the American League Championship Series by the Cleveland Indians, and a clean 4-game sweep of the San Diego Padres here in the World Series.
Not only are they smiling on the field, the Yankees that is, but from ear to ear you could just feel Darryl Strawberry smiling, convalescing at home.
With thoughts of Darryl Strawberry throughout this postseason and everything that he has been through. Honored by former teammate Jim Leyritz of the Padres. The Padres are in the dugout right now watching the celebration of the New York Yankees as they have captured their 24th World Championship. A 125-win season, including the postseason. And in total, only 50 losses. Andy Pettitte was the starter and winner here in game number 4. He gets the victory, 2-1 in this postseason. Kevin Brown suffers the loss, and Mariano Rivera gets his 6th save of the postseason to wrap up the 1998 World Series.
Of course, here is the owner of the Yankees, George Steinbrenner, Hal Steinbrenner, Steve Swindle, and here to present, of course, is the Commissioner of Baseball, Bud Selig.
Thank you, George. On behalf of everybody in baseball, we've been together a long time, and I know how much this means. And Joe Torre happens to be a friend of mine for 40 years, so just on behalf of everybody, guys, congratulations. 125 wins, historically an absolutely magnificent performance. Congratulations.
Thanks, Bud.
Mr. Steinbrenner, as you watched your team walk into this locker room, there were tears in your eyes. Your 4th championship in 6 appearances in the World Series. Where does this one rank?
The top, right at the top. This is truly, you can say it now, one of the greatest teams in baseball. And to get it from Bud, we've been friends 26 years. And we really worked for this.
When 1996's team won the championship, the word that Joe talked about was heart.
Yeah, we had a lot of heart. This team, I've never seen anything like it. They just never quit. They seemed to be able to overcome everything. It was an emotional team. Joe did a great job. He and the players deserve all the credit.
And I know, of course, your thoughts are with Darryl Strawberry, who couldn't be with you here tonight, but I'm sure he's celebrating in New Jersey.
They're with Joe DiMaggio. They're with all of those people.
Enjoy the celebration. Congratulations, Mr. Steinbrenner.
Thanks a lot.
The man that managed this ball club to his 2nd World Championship, Joe Torre, congratulations.
Chip, it's unbelievable. Unbelievable. And Straw, you're out there. I know you're up because you said you were going to take a nap and watch us. Thanks for the inspiration, believe me.
A pop in the shallow left. The New York Yankees, world champions, team of the decade, most successful franchise of the century. play a dozen postseason games against the best competition your league and the other league has to offer, and you win 11 of them, it's case closed.
Well, I agree with you. I don't think there's any doubt about the best team the last couple of years here. This is the same scene we saw last year, only in San Diego. But Bob, I tell you, I've been on both sides of this. I've been on the emotional side that the Atlanta Braves are taking to the clubhouse with them, and I've celebrated on the field. And there's a lot of emotion going on on both sides. You have to remember the Atlanta Braves played 162 games, got to the World Series, and everything went sour for them here. And the New York Yankees, this team may be better than the team last year. Statistically, it's not going to look any better, but it may be better. I think this is just a much sounder ball club than the one last year.
It is certainly one of the most resourceful teams I have ever seen.
Well, we said it all along, but they really know how to win. They know how to play the game. They know how to play the game when they're ahead 5-0. They know how to play the game when they're behind. And they have a great pitching staff. I think they have an underrated pitching staff.
Paul O'Neill wiping tears away. Clemens and Torrey embracing.
Thank you very much, Jim, George,
Thanks.
Joe, Hal, Steve, and everybody. You're the team of the decades. A remarkable performance. George, you and I have been through a lot together, and I just...
25 years.
That's right, and I just want you to all know this is a remarkable performance. You are the team of the decade. You deserve it. And from all of us in Major League Baseball, congratulations.
Thank you, bud. Thanks. I just want to say to the Atlanta Braves, they were a great team. And when you defeat a guy who has been your hero, like Ted Turner, it really is sweet. And I just congratulate him on a great job that he's done with that team of his, because he's been a hero all my life.
George, have you thought, George, about where this team fits in the history of the Yankees?
He can answer that better than I can. I think it's one of the greatest because they overcame so much this year. They really did.
The loss of Joe DiMaggio, Catfish Hunter, Yogi Berra came back. Can you just describe the culmination of this year?
We've had Joe go through what he went through, Straw go through what he went through, and 3 of our young men lost their fathers this year. So it's a mentally tough team, which depicts New York. New York is a mentally tough town, and we did this for New York.
How long can this go on, George?
Forever.
Joe, I guess it never gets old hat to hold this. This is your third in 4 years. Would you have ever imagined this from where you were at the beginning of the season to where you are right now?
I'll tell you, I didn't care at the beginning of the season. I was just hoping to get better and to be involved with this group of players. I couldn't be more proud of a group. Every single one of them played 9 innings every single day. There was a lot of emotion. Started in spring training and all through the mornings of the dads that passed away. Paul O'Neill's dad died this morning. This club is so special. I can't put it into words, Jim.
Piazza gets into one to center. Back is Bernie Williams, a three-peat. The New York Yankees, for the 3rd time in a row, 4th time in 5 years, and 26th time in franchise history, they are the world champions. floater, center field. The Diamondbacks are world champions.
Just trying to choke up. I knew he's going to come in. This is a dream come true. You dream about this situation as a little kid. And just to get up there and put the ball in play and get the winning run in, we can't believe it. This team will not give up. They had a great ball club over there, but our team was relentless. We kept coming back.
I think Bud Selig has something for you.
Well, Jerry.
We're going to get both microphones in here to share with the house.
Jerry, tonight it's my honor to present to you the World Championship Trophy. I remember at the inception of this franchise, and here you are 4 years later. You've won the World Championship faster than any expansion team. You've also won the first professional sports championship in the history of the state of Arizona. To Jerry Colangelo and all the Arizona Diamondbacks, here it is, your well-deserved World Championship trophy.
Well, I'd like to congratulate the Yankees. We said all along, if you want to be the best, you got to beat the best. And the Yankees were the best, and they gave us a heck of a battle. And I want to congratulate them for the run they've had over the last 5 years. But this is a beautiful thing to steal away from them.
Before we say anything, I want to tip my hat to the city of New York and the New York Yankees. They were a class act. We beat the best to win a World Series. And it took every guy on this field, in this organization. More importantly, it took you fans. Without you, we would not have done this. Let's go, D-backs!
Kenny Lofton with 2 on, 2 out.
If Kenny Lofton gets the ball down, he can pull it. That's his long ball, down and in.
Driven into right center field. Erstad says he has it. The Angels, world champions.
Commissioner of Major League Baseball.
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Congratulations to the Anaheim Angels, team founded in 1961. This is your first World Championship. And I want to say to all of you that somewhere Gene Autry is smiling right now. Congratulations to Disney, to Michael Eisner, who I'm about to present the World Championship Trophy, to Bill Stoneman, and to Mike Scioscia, and all the Anaheim Angels.
I'll tell you, I've been in this game for a long time. I've never been around a group of guys that are so passionate about the game, came every day to give their best, no matter what the circumstances were. This championship is these 25 guys in the clubhouse, and what they did for the city of Anaheim is incredible.
The next season. They've had only 2 winning seasons, 97 and 2003. Trying to win it all again. Posada, slow roller right side. Beckett picks it up, tags Posada, and the Florida Marlins are world champions. The Marlins have stunned the Yankees, shocked New York, and this improbable team, improbable ride, they end up on top, winning in 6 games over the Yankees.
CD, well, Jeff, Larry, Jack, David, it is my pleasure to present the Commissioner's Trophy to the 2003 World Champion Florida Marlins. A wonderful job, well done, Jack. The best record in Major League Baseball since May 15th. To all those wonderful fans in South Florida and to all of the entire organization, congratulations. You are the world champions.
Pass the trophy around. Jeffrey, I just have to ask you.
I'd like to say something.
Yeah, you got it. You can respond.
I'd like to first say something about this trophy, which belongs in great part to our team. The magical ride that they gave the fans of South Florida has been incredible. We have an incredible organization, starting with Jack and everyone in our organization. The fans of South Florida have been terrific. And finally, I would like to thank the Yankees for their hospitality and the incredible challenge that they put up.
No stolen base. Back to Folk. Red Sox fans have longed to hear it. The Boston Red Sox are world champions.
Congratulations to Larry Lucchino, John Henry, Tom Werner, Theo Epstein, Terry Francona. This was a historic World Series, and I congratulate Red Sox Nation for their patience and for everything. You got a lot to be happy for. Congratulations to the world champion Boston Red Sox.
Let's get the hardware up here. You waited a very long time for this. Mr. Werner, Mr. Henry, Mr. Lucchino, Mr. Epstein, gentlemen, congratulations. Mr. Henry, I will ask you first. You were raised a Cardinal fan. We obviously know where your allegiances lie now, but how does it feel to be at the helm of the team that finally broke the curse?
Well, last week we all watched the greatest comeback in the history of sports, and this week every fan across the country, across the world, in New England especially, all of our fans have waited all their lives for this night, and it's finally here. These guys did it for you, New England.
Tying run at second, 2 out. Palmeiro over the head of Jenks. Uribe charges, throws, out! And the White Sox have won the World Series. Juan Uribe with a play, charging it, throwing it, and the White Sox celebrate their first title in 88 years.
Well, this is really a historic day, 88 years later, and I know how they must be feeling in Chicago tonight. It is a really historic moment, and to Ozzie and Kenny and Jerry and your whole group, Jerry's been an owner now for 25 years and been a great citizen in our sport, and this is, I know, a very emotional night, and I certainly can appreciate it. Brilliant job by the organization. Best record in the last 3 weeks of any playoff team, 8 straight wins. Just a remarkable, remarkable accomplishment. So to all of you, here's the Commissioner's Trophy, symbolic of the world champion Chicago White Sox.
Mr. Jerry Reinsdorf, chairman of the board, another one to hug. We watch you leave the charter with the LCS trophy.
25 years ago, buddy, you got me into this game. What am I doing? And for most of those 25 years, I asked you why. I will never, ever ask you again. And I want to congratulate the Houston Astros. This was an unbelievable World Series. We won 4. They could easily have won each and every one of those games. A great battle by a valiant club. And I want to certainly congratulate the White Sox organization, because it does, as everybody knows, it takes an entire organization to win a World Championship. The players have to do it at the end of the day, but everybody in the organization contributes until you get to that point in time. And to all the fans of Chicago, North Side, South Side, West Side, this is for you.
The 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. That's it. And the St. Louis Cardinals are world champions in 2006.
Cardinals are the world champions. You went through a season of great adversity, beating then San Diego, winning the National League Championship against the Mets, and now here is the World Series trophy. Congratulations.
All right, let's get the trophy up here. Tell me how that feels. Everyone wants to know.
Thank you, Commissioner. I'm proud to accept this on behalf of the 2006 World Champion St. Louis Cardinals.
In case you're not following along at home, when Mr. La Russa came to work here, you wanted the number 10 on your back because you wanted to wear it like a burden, determined to get this franchise another world championship.
a story. The guys here in uniform from the first game in San Diego made so much noise, were so determined, they just refused to not let this happen. Nice going, fellas. You guys did it.
Two down in the bottom of the ninth. Here comes the 2-2 from Papelbon. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. And in 2007, the World Championship of Major League Baseball once again belongs to Red Sox Nation. And the World Series trophy will be shipping up to Boston. The Red Sox sweep the Colorado Rockies. They take Game 4 at Coors Field. Papelbon and the Red Sox celebrating here in Denver. And the Red Sox are champions again.
Well, on behalf of Major League Baseball, after waiting 86 years, a second time in 4 years, great comeback in the American League Championship Series. Congratulations, John, Tom, Larry, Theo, wherever he is here, and Terry. You've had a magnificent season, and I congratulate you and enjoy, and I know you will.
All right, as Mr. Selig reaches for the trophy, we'll let you get your hands on that. Congratulations. Mr. Henry, hold on tight, sir. I know you've had some practice, but it's still heavy. 2004, the Red Sox Nation watched, and they were almost in fear, waiting for someone to steal the title away from them, waiting for the curse to resurface. How was 2007 different?
Well, I'll tell you, 2007 was a great year for baseball. It was a great, great year. And I just want to say, this Colorado team, what they accomplished to win 21 out of 22 to get to the World Series was incredible. So we want to congratulate them, and the people of Denver have been terrific to us here. But for this organization to win, we were here 3 years ago last night, to win this second trophy is just an incredible accomplishment.
A little different, you know. I think with the Marlins, no one expected us to do this, and I think with the Red Sox, people expect you to win, and I think both are very satisfying. To prove it, everyone wrong is one thing, but to come through when everyone thinks if you don't win a championship, it's a disappointment, and still win the championship is very rewarding.
Phillies are world champions.
On behalf of Major League Baseball, it is my pleasure to present to you the 2008 World Championship Trophy. It's been 28 years since Philadelphia last won a World Championship, 25 years since Philadelphia has won a championship, but here's the trophy. So Pat, Dave, and Charlie, you are the 2008 World Champion.
Thank you, Mr. Commissioner. Here you go, Philadelphia. It's all yours. Mr. Montgomery, I am going to start with you. Can you tell the world what this means to not just the 47,000 here, but the Philadelphia Phillies fans everywhere?
Well, first of all, Jeannie, on behalf of our organization, we'd like to congratulate the Tampa Bay Rays on a spectacular season. And now to our passionate Philadelphia fans.
We're so proud that we are the Philadelphia Phillies, and our first name is Philadelphia. We represent our city. I'd like to thank the Mayor Nutter, who's been so supportive of our effort, but most of all, the fact that over 44,000 fans turned out again tonight out of 45,000. This is for you.
I always thought we could win the World Series. I knew we could beat anybody in our league. And when I look and I see my guys, I see our chemistry and our attitude, our makeup, and how much we like to play, and how much the Philadelphia fans back us. I know we can win the World Series. Hold on a minute. And listen, this is for Philadelphia. This is for our fans. Hey, when I look around here, who's the world champions? All right, thank you.
To the second baseman, Cano. The Yankees are back on top. World champions for the 27th time.
I want to take this opportunity to congratulate the world champion New York Yankees and all of their great fans. This is the 27th World Champions, the most in American sports, and I congratulate you for that. And also to the Steinbrenner family, I congratulate you for a job really well done. And to my friend George, wish you were here. Congratulations. This one's for you.
Joe Girardi, come on in here, my friend.
Hey!
You know, all along, you have told us that you won 3 of these as a player here in pinstripes, and all along you said no different as a manager. Is it different standing here now?
Well, I never got to stand up here before as a player, so. But as a manager, this one's for the boss and his family, the job the Steinbrenner family did. Brian Cashman and his staff with putting this team together. For this team, they never stopped fighting, and they got up and they got up. And to the fans, you're the best!
Here it is. Struck him out. And for the first time since 1954, the Giants are world champions.
Pleasure to be here. Well, let me say to the Giant franchise, their first world championship since 1954, first for the city of San Francisco and all your great fans. Built a great pitching staff that was just magnificent all year long. And so to Bill Newcomb, Larry Baer, Brian Sabean, and Bruce Bochy. You guys did a great job. Congratulations to the world champion San Francisco Giants.
Thank you, Commissioner. Thank you. Mr. Newcomb, to win it as a franchise for the first time since 1954, something very important, but you're a guy that grew up in Northern California. What does it mean to finally bring the hardware to San Francisco?
It's a great thing for the franchise,
for the city of San Francisco, for all of our fans and the community in Northern California. We stood on the backs of giants ahead of us that got us here, and we had a terrific year. I just want to say congratulations to the Texas Rangers, who have a proud franchise with all their distractions this year. They played outstanding baseball, hard-fought series. We managed to get the better of it. We're humbled about that. We're proud of what we've done, and I can't say enough about the work of our general manager, Brian Sabean, and his core of people who built this team from spring training and added to it in the middle of the season and turned it over to Bochy on the field. And Bruce somehow managed to juggle this roster and put these players in positions to be successful. It's a great team win again tonight, and that's what it's been all year. It's been a team of talented people who love to play this game and like doing it with each other.
Bruce Bochy, manager of the Giants, not bad for a bunch of cast-offs and misfits, huh?
Yeah, they did all right. I could be prouder of a group. It just goes to show you what a team can do when they play with heart and determination. They weren't going to be denied, and they wanted to win for each other, for our fans. And I want to thank my staff. How hard they worked on these players, how they accepted their roles, and they all had one mission. That was a win, and I could be prouder of a group.
In the air to left, well hit. Back is Craig. What a team. What a ride. The Cardinals are world champs in 2011.
Gentlemen, One-Chip Cub has brought pride to the city of St. Louis and the legions of loyal Cardinal fans. I am honored to present the Commissioner's Trophy to the 2011 World Champion St. Louis Cardinals.
Bill, what does an 11th title mean to this city, especially the way you guys came back over the last 2 months?
This is one of the great runs in baseball history, an incredible come-from-behind team, 10.5 games out in August, and we just never gave up. And we had 3 great series in the postseason, and we were fortunate to come out on top in all of them, and I give all the credit in the world to our general manager here for making the deals to put us in this position, and our manager, Tony La Russa, who did a masterful managerial job, one for the ages.
That's probably the way to explain it. It's unbelievable, amazing, incredible. You know, the teams we played in the playoffs, all great teams, great competition. We have so much respect for them. But I'm going to tell you one thing. We had a night here on a Saturday against Chicago. We're losing 1-0, and our crowd started cheering when we came to bat and we scored 2 to win it. I believe that did more to get us going than anything. So this is for you fans. Thank you so much.